Hey guys, it's Ashley, a scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for Scraplift Crafternoon, and it's where a bunch of my crafty peeps get together and we scrapbook an amazing layout from someone. And this week we're scrapbooking this one from Lori, who's scrapbooking bits on Instagram. And I just loved the fall theme she had, so I thought, you know what, I have this collection that I got in my creative scrapbook kit, and it's all fall themed. So it's the Simple Stories cider and donuts, and then there is the Echo Park sweater weather in the chipboard elements, and then I pulled in the Simple Stories Acorn Lane floral bits as well as the cider and donuts. And I just thought that it would be perfect to do a fall theme layout as well. And I'm going to scrapbook a picture of my cat Milo, and it's nothing fancy. She's just sitting in front of the window, and I just love because she kind of is fall colors. She's a calico, so I thought it would also go perfect with this collection. And in Lori's layout, she had some really pretty lace doilies that she had on the layout, and so this paper I thought would be perfect because it was in the background already. And then I pulled in this green, is it plaid, or is it checkered? Plaid, not checkered, plaid, to be also on the background. And Lori's layout, it looked like she had put another paper kind of in the center and separated them, so that was where I drew that inspiration. So I'm just going to, I cut it down smaller, and then I'm going to cut it in half so that I can put it on I'm doing like a top and a bottom, leaving a break in between, just like Lori did. She had a bigger break than I end up having on my layout, but I followed it pretty closely. I feel like I add a couple extra elements, but I just loved Lori's layout and everything that she did. And so I wanted to distress my edges, but I thought that the part in the middle where I separate the two pieces should be very like torn and distressed. So I just tore the edge, and then I used my Tim Holtz distress tool to really kind of distress all the edges. And I think that helps kind of make it stand up from the background. But while I'm working on that, I want to make sure that you guys look in the description box and that you go and visit Lori's Instagram and give her some love. She has amazing layouts on her page. They're all just adorable, colorful. I love them. And then make sure that you hop along to all of my crafty peeps that are playing along and scrapbooking Lori today. All their information is in the description box as well, and there's also a playlist if you just want to push play and watch all the creativeness begin. Also, thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you coming back and watching my videos. I've been a little, I don't want to say flighty on my channel lately, because of just life. And I just need to retire and be able to just scrapbook all day, every day. That would be the dream. But as I have to work to afford the scrapbook supplies, it cuts into my crafting time. So I appreciate everyone that still hangs in there with me when I have weeks of just disappearance. But I feel like things are coming around, and so I'll be posting on my on my channel a little bit more. I have to post my kit share video for my Through the Seasons kit and post all of those layouts that I've been doing. And so, like I said, just thank you everyone who has hung around with me. And if you haven't, come join me. I promise I will be posting more videos again soon. And I just really enjoy interacting with all of you guys. And so, anyways, back to the layout. I took this kind of floral paper, and I liked both sides. I liked the kind of brown polka dots and then the floral. And so I thought, well, I would double matte the photo. And so I'm going to take the polka dots and do a small photo mat for it, just to outline the photo I really like doing the multiple photo mats. I think it just kind of draws more attention to the photo, especially because I love putting a lot of ephemera bits and stickers and you name it on my layouts. And so the more I can draw attention to the actual photo, the better. And so usually I double map my photos. I think it just pulls the eye to it. And this brown was a nice contrast to the floral paper. I didn't want it to be so busy that it kind of blended in the photo. And so that's Miss Milo there, and she's just sitting in the window, living her best life. And she has that golden brown color, and so I thought, well, I'll just put it with this section. And it was, in September this photo was taken, which here in Arizona is start of fall. If we even have fall, like, we don't have changing of leaves, they just fall off the tree. It's not, I think it's yesterday was 100 degrees was our high, so we're still not even into sweater weather, if you will. I mean light sweater, because I always get chilly with a light breeze, but especially when it's like under 79, I'm starting to get a little chilly, but it's still not freezing. And so, which is kind of funny that it's October 27th and it's still 100 degrees. But anyway, so this is about as fall as I get. And so I have all these fall type themed papers, and I'm like, well, we kind of skip fall. We get a little bit, and then it's just cold. To me, it's cold. And then I just can't wait until spring. But either way, I thought that this would all kind of match together. I'm just getting it all lined out and oriented where I want it. And you can see that my part between the two pieces is not as big as Lori had, but I like that it shows that separation. And then I wanted to mimic all of her kind of circle details that she had in her layout, so I thought I would rip the edges on both sides of my layout. And so I just tore a chunk out, and then I used my distress tool and inked the edges again so that it would stand out. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. And I think it goes really well too with having the paper that has those lace half circles in the background, and then having the little rips in the corner, as well as adding a nod to Lori's layout. And I just getting them really distressed and inking them. And then I'm going to pull in a piece of that floral paper that I back the photo with and put that in my little torn out pieces. And I think it just will connect the photo mat to the layout as well. And when I pull in the floral bits for my ephemera, it kind of all helps tie it together, because the ephemera has like the white outline that goes around the bits. And so I wanted to pull in some more white around the layout. And so since the floral has like a white background, it helps do that. And I don't know if I stated, but the ink that I pulled in was walnut stain, and I inked all of the edges of everything. And so I also wanted to ink the whole 12 by 12 layout. And here's where I'm just getting that little, you could tell it's just a little scrap paper, and I'm just gonna use my tear tape to hold it in place, and then I'll glue the edge down as well. And I kind of will just run my fingernail around it on the other side, just so it pops up a little bit and looks more like it was ripped out. But you can tell when I flip it right over that it really pulls in that white, and it stands out, and it looks really good. And then I just inked the edge so that it matched the rest of the layout. And I will do it for both sides with that. I had thought about doing a different piece in like each torn out part have a different pattern, but I decided no. Again, I just wanted to have that white somewhere else in the layout, and having it on both sides of the layout, it really just helps pull everything together. So, and I really, really like this. I like when things are like torn out, or there's like a chunk with a different pattern and just another way to get another pattern into the layout. And so I really like how that looked. And then I had pulled in a couple of my washies. I'm like on a mission to try to use more washi in my layouts because I have so much washi, and I I was collecting it. Even when I was collecting it, I wasn't using it. And then you get like the huge tubes of washi, so it's like I have 17 washies that, a couple of them I'll probably never use because it's not my style, but I probably liked one or two that were in the tube, so I thought, oh, I should buy this tube of washi. And then there's so much on the washi roll itself, and so I'm like, okay, I'm going to focus on trying to use my washi in different ways and on my layouts. So you'll probably see that on my channel is me pulling in a lot of washi because I need to use it and then not buy anymore. And so I used the gold one to kind of outline the break in the green plaid, and then I used that thicker striped one just to put in between, just to add a different pattern to where the breaks are. And so here I'm pulling out the Acorn Lane floral bits because I wanted to pull in these florals for the corners, again, just to kind of mimic where Lori had her circles. And I think it really just kind of pulls everything in, and I'm just adding a couple leaves and a couple florals, and you can see how these have the white space in them. They're not like cut straight to the actual flower, and so that's why that white part just helps kind of tie everything together. And I was a little worried that my ephemera would match the photo mat and kind of blend in, but it stands out enough that it doesn't bother me. And I pulled in this Happy Fall Y'all just because it's just funny, and from the Echo Park Sweater Weather chipboard. And I found this little banner in the cider and donuts bits and pieces, and just kind of adding all the ephemera around and trying to fill up kind of in a diagonal section around the photo. And it's floral, so I'm going to take my piece of foam and my little stylus and just fill in some of the florals and some of the leaves just to add some texture to them so they're not just flat on the layout, which that I like to do. And so I'm getting that all kind of, it just also adds the texture. Even if it doesn't pull up to add the dimension, the texture in there just helps to make it kind of stand out. And then I just pulled in a couple of the hearts, and then I love my words, and so I pulled in autumn and air and pumpkin spice and put those just to the left. I thought it was funny to put pumpkin spice just because of her calico colors, and she's a little bit of a spicy lady. She is a cat of all cats. Like, she doesn't, if she wants to be pet, she'll come to you. You're not petting her if she doesn't want to be pet. And when she wants to come and visit you, she will. Otherwise, don't bother her. She's sleeping or doing her own thing. She's the cat of all cats. But that is the layout, guys. Thanks again to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. And make sure you check out everything in the description box. But everyone have a great day. Bye.